Hey guys, Nicholas Wolken here from Korua Shapes to talk to you about the Noserider. So the Noserider is our new concept board. So inspired by longboard surfing, it offers more freedom of movement and more freedom to express yourself. This board offers a special kind of insert track, which allows you to mount a lot of different fixed binding positions all over the board, but also allows you to move along the board while riding and change your binding stance. So as you can see, this is quite different from a conventional snowboard. What hits the eye first is the wingers for sure. What we tried here is to bring the side cut all the way up into the nose for extra control when doing nose rides and standing up here, as well as just keeping the overall length and handling of the board kind of short and controllable out the back. So the Noserider features our rocker profile, which gives you extra lift in powder, but also when standing in the nose of the board, it lifts the tail out of the snow for extra control. So what's in the box? We have the insert sleds for the fixed binding position. We have the insert sleds for the sliding binding. We have this handle to get the inserts in and out of the track. We have some additional spacers, and we have this distance leash. So how do you mount the Noserider? First off, you want to take a screwdriver to remove the insert plug. For this, you slide the screwdriver under the insert plug and just twist it gently to remove the plug. Next, you choose which kind of insert sled you want to mount. As I just mentioned, the longer necked insert sleds are made for sliding bindings, and the shorter necked ones are made for the fixed binding position. Make sure the bottom of your insert sled is detuned. If not, this can be easily done with a file. So to mount the sled, screw the handle on, and then just gently pull and push it into the track. This generally works best when you're kneeling on the board, which is laying on the carpet in your living room. The sled is bendable, but only to a certain degree. Try not to overbend it when inserting the sled. Pay extra attention. You don't drive the edge of the sled into the base of the track. Prevent this by making sure that you're lifting the front end by pulling on the handle. To get the sled out again, mount the handle in the front hole and gently lift and push it out of it. Especially in the beginning, when the board is fresh out of the box and the sled travels through the track the first few times, it will dislodge plastic shavings. Don't worry about it, this is totally normal. So there is different ways of dealing with this. So in the beginning, we actually recommend to mount the handle on the sled and run it through the track a few times to dislodge the biggest pieces of plastic shavings. You can then use an unfolded paper clip and a vacuum cleaner to easily get the pieces out of the track. What is left will eventually clean itself out just by using it. But as a rule of thumb, the cleaner the track, the better it slides. After inserting the inserts into the track, don't forget to remount the plug. So to mount your binding, choose either the longer nut sled intended to slide or the shorter nut sled for the fixed position, or one of each. Pull the chosen two insert sleds into the track and place the holes of your binding disc exactly over the nuts. The board was designed to be used with the Flux XV and XF binding, and we do not recommend to use other bindings. Use the two holes intended for the EST system and not the 4x4 holes. You may want to place these little spacers between the nut and the base plate of your binding, just to create a little bit more distance and clearance and reduce the friction when wanting to slide. Do not use the spacers on the shorter nut sleds. On both types of sleds, it's important to mount the screws nice and tight. Also using Loctite or a similar product to prevent the screws from loosening over time. Make sure to test and inspect your setup every time you go out to ride in a safe environment like your living room. If you mounted the insert sleds correctly onto your bindings, The binding should have just enough play to freely move along the board. They also should be able to twist and lock into the insert cavities along the track by twisting your foot sideways. For extra safety, we really recommend to use the distance leash. It'll keep your feet from moving too far apart. Mount it on the top strap and you're ready to go. So this is the Noserider. If you need more info, feel free to check our website. Thanks for watching and don't forget to have fun out there.